little turbid here. Fake Mike. Real news. Here with Auditing America.
Auditing America.
The new age outlaws.
That's
right, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, however your pronouns, however you identify, we welcome everybody. We're about freedom here, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Share the feed. I got
Make
some
sure
stuff
you hit
to talk
the like
about.
button on your way in. Thank you so much for being here. Let us know where you're watching our video from tonight. If you have any questions for us, feel free to ask, because we're here for you guys, so we can answer questions from you. So
that's right. I'll definitely.
We're right here for you guys.
See, where do I want to start? Because there's a couple quotes I want to read here. Let's see. I'm going to start with this one here, guys. Please share this feed. Now, William Penn did some good stuff and did some bad stuff. This is not about William Penn. This is about this little paragraph here. He broke the law. That's what it says. He broke the law. What up, truly? There would have been no Liberty Bell, no Independence Hall, no city of Philadelphia, and no state called Pennsylvania for young William Penn, founder of Pennsylvania and the leader of the Quakers. You guys know I'm not particularly religious myself, but hey, to each their own, right? Leader of the Quakers, he was on trial for his life. The alleged crime was preaching and teaching a different view of the Bible than that of the Church of England, the King's Church, the Lady Queen's Church. This appears innocent today, but then one could be executed for such actions. And that can still happen in certain oppressive regimes throughout the entire globe right now. So this is not something that has been abolished. So injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, right? So he could be executed for speaking a different version of the Bible than the King of England. Crazy. He believed in freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and the right to peaceably assemble. He had broken the government's law, but he had injured no one. He had injured no one. Those four heroic jurors knew that when an actual injury to someone's person or property takes place, there is a real crime, aka no victim, no crime. No law is broken when no injury can be shown. Thus, there can be no loss or termination of a right unless actual damage is proven. Many imposter laws were repealed as a result of this case. So now we can talk about this on a lot of things, right? So I always, when specifically does the First Amendment end in disorderly conduct or disturbing the peace, begin?
No one can ever answer that question, guys.
And so it takes it back to here. If there's not a victim, there's not a crime. So if I have the freedom of speech, and the only victim could be your feelings, could be your butt could be hurt, right? That could be the biggest possible thing.
Have you ever heard of the term no face, no case? It's the same thing. No victim, no crime. When you go to court, they're gonna say, okay, well, you were being disorderly. Okay, so who is the person that made the complaint?
As a matter of fact, one of the times I've gotten arrested, the complaint against me was confidential. It was confidential. Yeah, if the police officer is the one complaining, that means a sworn officer of the law is the First Amendment. It's the first article of his job. If he takes an oath to protect that, and then he is a victim of your freedom of speech, that's literally the exact opposite of how things are supposed to work. That's the polar opposite of the true power dynamic which is supposed to occur. So one of the things I wanted to talk about here too, and by the way, one other thing about that too, shout outs to Live and Direct on the Air, 74% of people that are in US jails are there for victimless crimes. That's another thing that you can talk about there. You can talk about the drug war, the illegal drug war. Back when they had prohibition, they had to get a constitutional amendment to do something unconstitutional. At least they went the constitutional route to do something unconstitutional. They at least followed the law to do something unlawful. But now, with the United Nations and Richard Nixon's war on drugs, which isn't even a war on drugs, it's a war on people. If they don't lock the drugs up, they pose with the drugs, they lock the people up. And so that's obviously failed And we, the CIA guys, they've been, what's that movie? Shoot the Messenger, Kill the Messenger. Go check that out. I'll just leave it at that for here too. All right, LG Connecticut. Shout out to Brandon. Let's go.
What's up, Brandon? Guys, we have 100 of you here. I wish we had 1,000 here, but we need you guys to please make sure you hit the like button so that YouTube can push this video to more people like that. We can spread the word better. So
yeah, and especially I'm about to give a take right now. What's up to everybody in the chat? What's popping? We'll get your questions, but I definitely wanted to take a few minutes to comment on something that's very popular in the news right now, and that's the whole Kyle Rittenhouse Kenosha stuff. First and foremost, we have people on the left and the right who are actual journalists and admit that they didn't even watch the full videos of what happened until a day or two ago. And since then, they've changed their opinions. I'll leave those people nameless. But meanwhile, alternative news, regular people like Mr. America and I, shout out to Kriston T. Harris from the Rundown Live, he was actually there. He caught the Rittenhouse footage that you saw all over the news, right? And then he was in there in trial testifying. Thank you very much, Adam.
Adam.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
The chat's going so fast, guys. But we're going to get to the chat. Thank you very much,
Adam from California. Thank you, brother.
California.
We really appreciate it. Adam, have you followed us on TikTok or Instagram? Or are you just following us here? We encourage you guys to all find Auditing America, also Fake Mike Real News on all the platforms, because you see, not only we're here on YouTube, we are also on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Mr. Turbot over here, Fake Mike Real News, is on
FakeMikeRealNews.com. Just check out my YouTube channel. I'm less than 20 subscribers away from hitting 10K, so go over to my YouTube channel over there after
guys,
the stream.
Guys, hold on. Let's stop right there. We need 20 people. We have 110 of you right here. We need 20 people that have not subscribed to Fake Mike Real News. Okay, my brother. This is my brother. Okay, so I need everybody that have not subscribed to his channel, Fake Mike Real News, to go over there right now, please. Right now. I encourage you to leave my live stream right now and go to his channel and subscribe, because we need him to hit 10,000 followers.
We are over 9,000, so both of us are over 9,000. That's all that really matters. So yes, after this feed, guys, go over to my channel. But on this channel is where you're going to want to hit the notifications. Find Auditing America on TikTok, Instagram, Cash App, PayPal. He's on Minds. He's on everything. Anyways, find us on all the social media platforms to catch up, because there's certain things that I only post on Instagram that he only does on Instagram. I have certain videos that are only over here, certain videos that are only on my channel, on my Instagram, and we switch it up. So just follow us over there. So anyways, we're talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, right?
What's up, Andre?
The first point I was making is how the mainstream media, with all their teleprompters and all their pounds of makeup, they're sitting there.
Which, by the way, it's way
too much. Most occasions.
Too much makeup.
Especially the guys. They be puffing on. There's one of the guys, this guy Patrick Little out here in Rhode Island. He's every morning he puts a selfie up. And it's just narcissistic. And these people are reading. Have you guys seen the video? This is not safe for our democracy. Not democracy. This is a threat to our democracy. A threat. They're all from different companies reading the same lies, the same corporately packaged lies, and they're doing to make them. Well, welcome back, guys. We're here at NBC 10. My name's Chet Breastmeister. Looks like we're in for another great sunny morning. Let's go to Enrique here on sports.
Guys,
there's a whole bunch of sweaty guys in tight pants dry humping each other for 2.5 hours, and I was screaming pretty hard. But then when the NSA took my rights away, I didn't scream at all. Then when they had the Patriot Act, didn't scream at all. Then when over 800,000 children went missing annually here in the United States alone, I didn't do anything about that.
Nothing at all.
But I screamed and yelled when Tom Brady threw an interception. So we could do that to you guys. Well, looks like the weather's gonna be super swell. We got a cold front coming in. So we don't do that, right? We don't wear makeup. We just have unkempt beards, same clothes every other day. Will, why are you wearing the same outfit every day? Because it's not a fashion show.
We wear the same shit.
I got an early Christmas present. What? I've been wearing it all week.
We wear the same shit all the time.
Because we don't give. So, anyways, Kyle Rittenhouse. All right, Kyle Rittenhouse. Here's the point about Kyle Rittenhouse. First and foremost, you have the mainstream media, prima donnas up there that are not even watching the videos of the biggest story in the United States. And then you have actual journalists like Chris Hart that are on the spot getting the actual video. So, you're not a journalist, you're not a journalist. Yeah, right, tell that to the Rundown Live. Now, then you have this. You have the whole situation. That night, there was a protest. Does anybody know who Jacob Blake is? Press 1 in the chat if you know who Jacob Blake is. Press 1 in the chat if you know who Jacob Blake is. Share this video. Share this video.
Share this video.
The reason...
Make sure to hit the like button.
The reason that Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Proud Boys, Kyle, everybody in between was there that day is because Jacob Blake, a 29-year-old African-American male, in one day was beaten, was tasered, and then later on in that same day was shot 7 times. Well, let me tell you something, guys.
Oh, 7 times.
Now,
sounds like the same amount of times that I've been illegally arrested for taking pictures.
1, 2, 3. Not just once.
Remember that? Remember that?
Assassins don't.
Remember that Andrea? What was it? Andrea Camella? Andrea Camella from the Cranston Police Department who illegally arrested me? Huh?
They will
Remember
arrest,
Andrea?
Now
you have like 6 million hits on the internet, Andrea. Actually, Andrea, you have more than that, Andrea, because you have 6 million views only in San Joaquin Valley Transparency's channel with my video for my arrest.
Shout outs to the God.
Shout outs to San Joaquin. And she has another 3 million hits on Facebook.
That's not only over 9,000, that's over 9 million. So this is what happens. This is the only way we can get it back.
I told you when you illegally took me and put me in the vehicle, I told you that a lot of people were going to see this. I told you. But you don't give a shit, right? So now here's what you get. Viral.
Someone says auditing Poppy Chulo. Oh, that's so funny. And by the way, I was taking a break from addressing the haters, but later on when we get to the comments, and I promise we will get to the comments, answer your questions, I will even address a hater if a hater can tell me what specifically I said that they disagree with, or is specifically that I said that is either factually incorrect or they disagree with, and is not a ad hominem attack. And if you don't know what an ad hominem attack is, simply Google that, and then you can answer your question or ask your question later.
Also, give me a 1 if you already went to Will Turbid's channel and subscribe to Fake Mike Real News, because we need him to hit 10,000 subscribers tonight.
Let's see.
Tonight.
Waiting for tonight.
How are we looking? How are we looking, bro?
We got 6 more, so I need 13 more, guys.
13 people, okay?
That's the Illuminati number confirmed.
We need 13 people to go to Fake Mike Real News.
Thank you very much, Jack. Thank you, Brent. Albuquerque in this bitch. Lori, thank you. Port Lavaca, isn't that like the cow? Thank you very much, Geo Eagles.
Boricua, saludo, gracias. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you.
Rockin' Hood sub like a boss. On Friday the 13th, yo, we're definitely Illuminati confirmed.
Today's Friday the 13th?
Is it? Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Is it? Yeah, it is. Oh, damn. You guys know why Friday... In the chat, this is a question. We're going to get to Kyle Rittenhouse, I promise. In the chat, I'm just going to make one long... We're going to have to edit it back up where I just talked about Kyle Rittenhouse. Do you guys know in the chat why Friday the 13th is considered an unlucky date? And you can just say one word and I can know what you're talking about. So let's go to the chat. Boom, boom. Thank you, Wicked Bradley Productions. It's the 12th? Okay, but if anybody can tell me why Friday the 13th is considered unlucky, I'd be curious to see. This is a rant. Yes, someone got it in the chat. Hold on. Guy's going so fast in this chat. Andre. All right, shout out to Andre. Thank you very much, Michael Picard. Yes, so Andre in the chat, that's right. Knights Templar. The Knights Templar were put to death Friday the 13th, 1307 by the Pope and King Philip the Fair of France because everybody owed them money. and they were becoming more powerful than governments in the Vatican themselves. And they were allegedly worshiping Baphomet.
Oh, guys, we need one more person.
One more!
One more person.
You guys remember Rookie of the Year?
One more person.
You guys
subscribe to Fake Mike Real News.
One more person, guys. Not over 10,000 once, but twice. Thanks to this man right here.
No, bro. Thanks to you and your hard work, bro.
Well, we did it, man. We did it. We did it, bro. We did it.
Let's see.
One more. Rookie of the Year.
Come on, guys. We need one more person to go to Fake Mike Real News. Show some love.
You guys remember Gary Busey?
10,001.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
10,001.
We did it twice.
Congratulations, dog. That's very good. That's very good.
Oh, yeah. All right,
that's very good. Thank you,
Now
guys.
I'm opening another channel. We're going to open another channel. Maybe two. Another channel, strictly audits, and then we might do another crazy different channel. But now that I go to 10,000, we're doing another channel. So stay tuned for another channel. Thank you, guys. We're going to pop some bottles. That's right. We're going to buy some bottles to pop them. So, yeah. Let's get to Kyle Rittenhouse. And the Templars, some people's, well, that's another story for another day. All right, Kyle Rittenhouse. Everyone's talking about him. But those people wouldn't have been there. This young 17-year-old kid wouldn't have felt compelled to be there had the brainwashing on the left and the right, the divide and conquer, had not happened. And these people wouldn't have been protesting if the police didn't kill that man in the first place. Statistics say that police kill about 3 people every day. Then there was a recent study that...
Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, this is and this message is for you, Will, from Emprendedora Lopez.
Saludos, nueva suscriptora. Oh, damn, we lost it.
It's right here. Okay.
Para Fake Mike Real News. Saludos desde Austin, Texas, Nortenda de
Tamaulipas.
That's
yeah, very good. You see, guys, this guy can read Spanish.
Gringo Concezon aquí. All right, listen. Seriously, we're talking about. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Lopez.
Thank you. All right, so these people wouldn't have been there protesting on the left and the right. They wouldn't be fighting against each other had it not been for the cops killing that person. Now, cops kill on average 3 people a day. Also, there's a recent study that just came out to show that over half of police killings actually don't go reported. Go figure, right? Shocked. So that actually added up to 6 people a day. So that's that's several thousand a year. Also, according to a recent study, cops, since I believe it's 2015, have killed 1,200% more people than mass shooters. Let me say that one. Let me run that back for you. There's that. That's what you stepped in. That's what's on your shoe. And that explains the abrasion on your palm. Basically, police, over the last few years, have killed more people than mass shooters.
Well, they kill over 1,000 or nearly 1,000 people every year.
They kill this every minute of the day.
And those numbers are coming from the Washington Post. So you guys can look it up right now.
And those numbers also come from police's own statistics that are being sourced at the Washington Post, which is compiling the list, and that's correct.
So police, 1,000 life in 1 year?
Well, it's 3 a day. There's 365. I can't do math, so yeah. And then 6 are underreported, so it's actually more closer to 6 or 7 a day. So it's several thousand in the aggregate. Right?
So how many within 10 years, you know? In the past 10 years. This is mass murder, dog.
And according to not 1 but 2 studies, police are 40% more likely to abuse their spouses.
Most of those cases, I would assume, that is people that have guns and that have actually threatened anyone's life. Because if it's like that, then, you know... Hey, by all means, you have the right to defend your life, you know, and if someone is trying to physically hurt you or injure you to the point that you're going to lose your life, yes, you can defend yourself.
Self-defense is a very basic human right. It's something that even Martin Luther King Jr. and Gandhi, who were the most pro-nonviolent patterns to get to where you need to be out of pretty much anyone we've had over the last few centuries, were also staunch advocates. I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. owned a gun for self-defense. Unfortunately, it didn't work because the U.S. government killed him. Look that up. The U.S. government admits that.
I don't own a gun because I'm a convicted felon, but was that like a real crime that I committed?
Well, nowhere in the Constitution does it say you can have your Second Amendment. It just says shall not be infringed.
So I've never been able to own or possess a firearm.
Luckily, however, other people can. And there's private security. Other people can do that, though. There's other people that can. Yeah. So
I don't have any firearms because the government took my Second Amendment right.
Actually put a modification on this.
You can't take my First Amendment right.
You can take our second, but you can never take our whisks. We'll be at the battle. There'll be all the feds coming with not here. No. It would be lightsaber in those boys. But we're all seriously.
I'm not going to lose my First Amendment. That's for sure. So
that's the most powerful. That's number one. That's the one we always going to keep it rocking. We're all about nonviolence here at Auditing America all the time. But at the same time, you have to be ready to protect yourself, and your family, whatever happens. That's your First, your Second Amendment rights. They're fundamental rights to you. I mean, read more. And also, for context, read the Federalist Papers, the Anti-Federalist Papers, and the writings of our founding fathers. Some of the letters, their journals, right? Very interesting stuff. They wrote other public papers and newspapers of the day. So you can find it all. It's easily available online. Just type in James Madison papers. That's a pretty, actually, you might want to start there. Or Thomas Paine. I recommend Thomas Paine. He's my personal favorite founding father because unlike a lot of founding fathers, he was an abolitionist. And he also wrote some very interesting things about the sun. We'll leave it at that. Very, very wise man before his years. Now, while the whole world is talking about Kyle Rittenhouse, which is directly a result of police violence, this wouldn't happen. What does it not do for police violence? But it's interesting because everyone's talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. It's the biggest thing in the whole world. You guys know the trial that's not the biggest thing in the whole world right now? Press 1 in the chat. Shout outs to Ryan, man. Get in contact with me, player. He may have been John Boyd, but he may have been a Gnostic as well. So, only when it comes to tag teaming your mom, Slim. Sorry. Okay, I couldn't help myself. Okay, sorry. No more hate. All right. So, you guys know the number one case that's not out there right now? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys. Got 30 more seconds, guys. 30 more seconds to guess in the chat. There's another trial that's about to start right now that is not in the media like Kyle Rittenhouse. All right, I'm going to have to tell you guys. Lady Ghislaine. The Lady Ghislaine. Yeah, that's right, guys. Lady Ghislaine. We don't have a actual photograph of her being booked still. This happened like a year ago. But the beautiful mistress of Jeffrey Egg Salad, Lady Ghislaine. Yes, her trial's going on, but it's interesting because the media is not talking about that one, but the media is sure focused on this one, which is extremely divisive and is not at all connected to the Democrats, the Republicans, the people that are running science currently, the people in academia, the people in Hollywood, the Democrats, Republicans. Isn't that weird? Do you guys in the chat, remember when I went up to Les Wexner, who financed the whole thing, his yacht, looking for her, and then a week later, less than a week later, she shows up in New Hampshire when she was in Newport, Rhode Island? Yeah, exactly. Keep it real. You got it. All right, let's take some of your questions here, guys.
Yep.
Questions, comments, concerns. Don't touch me, tyrant. Exactly. Well, no, we don't say that. Why the whisk? Jeez, I mean, I've explained this a lot of times. You
guys need to watch the videos.
You're just gonna go back and watch the videos. Exactly.
We've already explained the whisk too much.
What happened when you get arrested? Good question.
You go straight to jail. What do you think?
Well, you go to jail. But what happens is they'll drag out a case because we don't do anything wrong. We'll get arrested for being disorderly, right? And then later on the line, they'll dismiss the charges. But then we'll have to go through court with these protracted things. We got to fight every time. And we don't know if we're going to be guilty or get found guilty or innocent and have to do all this. And we take time out of our days. And I got to take days off of work to go to court. And then they reschedule. And then I take days. It's just really annoying. Exactly, Andre. We got new merch coming. Of course I do, with apple cider vinegar. That's how you produce the great acoustics. That's a very deep, subconscious, philosophical question. Happy Friday to you as well. Did we do that, Deerfield Beach City Hall? I don't know. Wow, someone did your first audit today. How was that?
Good.
Congratulations. Big up to you. Thank you for becoming active non-violently.
Non-violently.
Ottawa.
That's good. We already smoked it.
Oh, we got Germany in the house. That's what's up.
Yeah, let me know in the comments, where are you guys from? Like, where are you guys at right now watching, so we can know. Drop your city or country.
Good question, Kevin. That's a great question.
Hold that thought. We'll go back to Kevin.
We'll go back to you, Kevin. That's a great question.
Rhode Island, Georgia, Long Beach, California, Atlanta, Georgia, Amarillo, Texas, Tennessee, Chicago, Mariana Islands. I've always wanted to go there. We're going to go there. We're going to go there, just to let you know. Texas, Pittsburgh, Colombia, Puerto Rico,
Denmark. Wow. Cuba. Shout outs to the people of Cuba, the revolutionaries of Cuba. F communism. Shout outs to Cuba, dog.
Liverpool,
Fresno. R.I.P. to John Lang. Yo, Daniel, you know who John Lang is?
India. We're getting a lot of people from India lately. I've seen it on the analytics. We're getting people from India. I love that.
That's what's up. So the question that Tampa's in the house, Cali.
Okay, let's go back to, what was his name?
The question is basically about, will your free speech absolutist, how do you feel about yelling fire in a theater? And I believe, I tried to look it up.
I believe I don't want to hear no one yelling anything in the theater.
I know.
Because we're watching a movie.
It tells you right off to please put all your devices to vibrate or silent. This has been brought to you. So that's a great question, right? So I believe it was 1912 that a court heard on this, and I tried to look it up really quickly. I just know only a little bit of it off the top of my head. But 1912, the court basically decided, saying, if there's like imminent harm, they can halt your speech. So that becomes a tricky question, because how, that's something that's subjective.
I hate, to be honest with you, I hate that question.
Okay.
because everybody want to say, everybody want to use that fucking same example, bro.
Yeah, and well, that's the point I'm trying to make, is because what it happens is like, the definition is, if somebody's in severe or imminent harm, and it's up to the officer's discretion, as it is with everything else, what to determine. Because if I'm over here, on the corner, that could be disorderly.
It's common sense. People know that what's good and what's bad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come trying to make that comparison to what we do. That's not what we do. So, like, a lot of people go say, freedom of speech. We're free to say whatever you want. If you're in the theater, we already know you're in private place. So if they tell you you need to shut up, you shut up in the private place. So, no. Freedom of speech in public places.
Good question.
Private places,
Robin,
that you're allowed to. Private places that you own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Robin makes a great point. He says, because who determines what are fighting words? Thank you very much, Shazak. Shazak is the... thank you very much, man. Shazak is a beast, guys. Everyone go check out Shazak. I like that dude. Guys, but Robin brings up a good point, is because you can get arrested in certain areas for fighting words. Now, fighting words are different for every person.
What the fuck is fighting words mean? Oh, unless you're saying,
because
I'm going to kick your ass, or come on, let's fight, then what's fighting words? Because I've been accused of using fighting words, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, and
Give me an example.
It's subjective because I could say your mother, and that could be fighting words to somebody.
Yeah.
I could say that, and it's not fighting words to you. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do about it? Is that fighting words?
Yep.
The officer gets to use his discretion, which is subjective.
We have never threatened anyone. We have almost 1,000
We always
videos.
say nonviolence because I believe in nonviolence.
Guys, we always show up to places, and all we do is like, hey, how are you guys? And then that's all it takes. Show up to places, be nice, ask people for their name with a camera, okay? And then you're all of a sudden you're a bad person, you're a bad guy. They're calling the police on you, the fire department, the lady right next to them. They're creating a chaos that doesn't need to be created.
They're creating a disorder. They get triggered.
Then they break the law because once all this shit happens, they've already called the police. They've already lied to the police about you. What happens with your peace? Like, so you're all breaking the law then.
And they're also misappropriating tax funds by calling the police for something that's not illegal. So they go in there, they get triggered, and then they call us disorderly. And when specifically does the first specifically does the First Amendment end in disorderly or disturbing the peace begin? I've yet to get an answer. I've yet to have that quantified. So,
Dave, that's a good question. I used to. Right now, lately, I don't have much time to watch other videos because I'm going over my own videos, and you can only imagine how many hours of content we go through. So, yeah, but I started watching other people's channels. I started watching everybody actually. And then Auditing America, for some reason, thank God, I guess everybody paid more attention to what I was doing, and then I positioned myself along with the other channels.
And that's all it takes to be an activist, man. You just got to get in there and do nonviolence. Someone's saying that. No, yeah, it's all about nonviolence. Property damage, that's a crime. That's violence. That's aggression. We live and preach the non-aggression principle. If you don't know what that is, Google the non-aggression principle and check it out. What up, Grim? Good to see you, pimp. Well, at least maybe they'll learn something in the meantime.
Oh, also, shout outs to Código 401. Shout outs to Código 401. Shout outs to La Mente Records. Shout outs to La Corti Music. Okay, guys, shout outs to La Corti Music. El Negro. Shout outs to Low Track Studio. Shout out to Low Track Studio in Puerto Rico. And everybody that's helping me with my Auditing America videos and with my music. I got some music that's gonna be coming out, so you guys be the judge and tell me if you like it or not.
And yeah, thank you to Karen for the donation that you sent me. Very much appreciated the donations that you guys sent. Very much appreciated the super chats that you guys have sent tonight. What up, Joseph? That's an interesting question. I think we don't have that much time for that one tonight. That's not for this video here. And that's the thing is, yeah, you try not to be aggressive. Sometimes you get mad in situations, right? But we're always polite first, regardless. Now, if a cop...
No, I'm to the point that you know what? I mean, I encourage you to say whatever you want as long as you're not talking about hating anyone or causing any damage, property damage, or anything like that. No, because we're not down for that. You know what I'm saying? I encourage you to speak up and say what you feel, and I encourage you to protest. If you want to go protest with a sign, you can do that. You want to protest on a video like us, peacefully, you can protest like that. It's a way of protesting. You just don't ever speak violence, because the violence is not going to resolve anything at all. And the future of this country is in our children. They're the ones that are going to grow up and take over when we're all dead, when we're all old and die of being old. You know?
Someone says, God bless Poster 7. God bless Poster 7.
God bless Poster 7. That's right.
Yeah, we'll have a couple more minutes for a few more questions. You can get to it in Andrew. Go ahead.
We just want you guys to do the right thing and exercise your rights and protect your rights peacefully.
Okay, let's see. That's Andrew says, what is the thin blue line that separates self-defense from following protocol? You need to be a little more specific on that question, Andrew, but I will answer that because I want to know what you mean more. You guys are going to break things down to me like I'm a little kid. That's how I learn. We will come to Deerfield Beach City Hall. Trust me, we will. We're gonna audit America. We've been to like 30, 40 states. There's a few that we haven't. We're gonna get to you guys. We just don't have an unlimited budget like the mainstream news. Right? If we were getting money from big pharma and the corporations, and we could go around they'd be like, just say this, Mr. America. Just say to take the you know what. Just hey, when you're going out there, just read off this little script that I told you to say. But we don't do that. Keep it real. You cannot be sovereign and a citizen at the same time. You cannot be a sovereign citizen. To me, is an oxymoron, because a sovereign is someone that holds all authority and nobody is higher than them in authority. And a citizen is someone who is basically, you can look up the Black's Law Dictionary for if you want to be specific in legalistic terms. But a citizen is obviously somebody that is not sovereign. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Richmond, see the flying squirrels. I need to get a flying squirrels snapback. Yes, yo guys, send me a flying squirrel snapback. Send me in Mr. America flying squirrels. Richmond's got a little baseball team over there called the Flying Squirrels, and I thought that'd be a cool snapback. Auditing, man. Actually, you know what? That's way too long to get into. But I had a video. I'll tell you. Okay, I'll give you a little bit about it. But I just did a video where on my channel, Fake Mike Real News, where I debated a Freemason, who's a 32nd degree Freemason. What? Yeah. So yeah, we've been to Pennsylvania. We audited Pennsylvania. We own fools at a Trump rally out there in Pennsylvania. We actually were on the Alex Jones show, and they played our Kamala Harris tip out there. Yes. He was like, hang tight there, little buddy. We're going to go to a commercial break, little feller.
Let me tell you something, Trump.
We have the documents. Alex, he was so inspired by what I was saying, he ripped his shirt off. He said, that's the bone broth.
Yo, not for nothing, but that guy is so funny.
I also confronted him in, actually, by the way, they're saying come to Richmond, Virginia.
You confronted him?
I confronted him at Richmond, Virginia. I forget the shit that I do now. Yeah. Yo, we did a lot of shit, and we gonna keep doing it. We're never gonna stop. We're like P. Diddy, only we don't have a weird name like P. Diddy. We just can't stop, won't stop. But we're not like him in any other way.
We don't have a weird name like
I want you guys to go to the store and get me 2 bottles Cambodian breast milk. All right. Breast milk, you make my day. You guys remember Chappelle? Okay. Well, good question. All right, any more questions, folks? About to wrap this up. Let's see how many we got. 10,007. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, right. The Matrix in the house. That's my boy right there. Shout outs to, yeah, right. The Matrix.
Yep. Make sure you guys go check him out.
He's over there dodging the propaganda like. You guys don't know Chappelle or the Matrix, you guys. Sorry, guys. I might as well just give up. I love them, especially when Dennis Rodman joined. That's the only NWO that I love. What do I think about them? It is my process to do any and everything in my human capacity to peacefully get these NWO people their boots off our neck. Because we do the cops. People are like, oh, you talk to the cops. Well, yeah, we also climbed up that Illuminati ladder. Yeah, right, the Matrix Rebirth. Thank you very much. Everyone go subscribe to his channel. He's been banned before I've been banned, since it was being cool. I remember Uncle Matrix the Rebirth, when I was like 12 years old, I was like, I want to be a revolutionary. He put me on his lap. And he said, listen, okay, that's another story for another day. Yeah,
right,
the Matrix is the man.
Thank you for that, bro.
Go check out the OG pin.
I appreciate it. We're gonna, I want to talk to you later. See any way we can help you out.
Yeah, you need a notification. You gotta subscribe to my channel, Fake Mike Real News, and Auditing America. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. All right, couple more questions. We're gonna wrap this up, guys. Couple more. Is sports still a thing? Exactly. It is still a thing. It is still a bread and circus distraction. People are more upset about the New York Jets or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Patriots than they are. And I want to say a special shout out to two people right now. And guess what? I don't F with sports. I haven't watched sports in years and years and years. I used to love sports as a kid. I used to play sports. I used to coach sports.
He was terrible in sports.
I don't know. If you guys saw me,
I saw it.
In fairness, you're not allowed to dunk on people in extreme frisbee, so here's the point. I want to say shout outs to my boy Kyrie Irving and Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to purchase, once I have enough money, I don't buy sports stuff, but I'm going to purchase each of their jerseys. Their dopest jerseys. I'm going to get a Kyrie. He's making fun of me. I don't care. I'm going to get a Kyrie. Aaron. When you call officers bootleg, kind of piss me off. But other than that, I do respect what you do. Okay, well, we only call people bootlickers because here's the thing. This is a very important point for people to recognize.
Thank you for your donation.
We're always polite preemptively. We're always nice. Hey, how are you? What are you guys working on? Can I have your name and badge number? We're here to file a public records request, right? We never send me, yo, what the fuck? You've never seen a video of us doing that. We don't do that, dog. We go in there, right? But then, when an officer does something that's clearly immoral, illegal, against his job, or follows illegal orders against his sacred oath to the Constitution, then he becomes a bootlicker. Honestly, we're not even referring to the cops as the bootlickers. We're referring to it's actually, just to be very specific with the term bootlicker, in my opinion, this is how I use the word, and I think it's the colloquialism that is most apropos for this societal time period, is somebody that is a bootlicker, is somebody that will support the cops no matter what. The cops can do any and everything unconstitutional, illegal, and even the bad ones. Even the bad ones. Well, he must have just, he just murdered a man. He just choked a guy out in broad daylight for cigarettes. Well, he stopped resisting. Thank you, Aaron. Wow, thank you very much. Hey, Aaron, we do these chats, man. We're gonna do them on my channel, your channel. We open it up, and that's what we like because honestly, it's tough. People are like, Enrique is cool, Mr. America's cool, but I have to fast forward if they will because you never showed the boot. And that's cool, but a lot of times we're trying to convey a lot of ideas, and also
other times they say, hey, Mr. America, you're an idiot. You don't know anything about what you're saying. Let Will do the talking. And I'm like, okay, I never said I knew everything, you know? I never said I'm an expert. I am a citizen, a concerned citizen.
You don't have to be experts. That's the thing. That's the whole thing about America.
The First Amendment is for everyone.
It's for everybody.
So I may not be the smartest guy out there, but guess what?
I'm out here
doing something about it, you know? Instead of staying behind a keyboard, criticizing others that are actually standing up for your right to sit down behind that keyboard and say whatever you want. Although the comment section in the YouTube is a private.
It's a private company.
It's a private company, so
they do get government money, but it's still a private company. So exactly, it's their rules. So you already know. Yeah, incredible restraint. You got to honestly. We're showing far more restraint than certain people in the civil rights era, or our founding fathers certainly were, and we continue to show that restraint. Oh, I like when people say, oh, you guys think you're so tough. You know what? Anybody that walks up to the Clintons' face and the president's face multiple times asking about certain questions, do some research on that. Do some research on that. I'm not saying I'm courageous, but I'm saying you can't be a bitch and confront the Clintons. That's all I'm saying. It's one or the other. I just can't be a bitch. I'm sorry, because we can't do it. It's impossible. So thanks. Good try, though. Exactly, guys. All right, one more question. We're gonna go one more awesome question, guys.
Biden? We confront Biden.
When are you gonna confront Biden? We've confronted Biden 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4, 5 times. Joe Biden making international news twice, going viral on every other platform. And the videos up are on my channel and his channel. We've confronted Biden 5 times. 5 times.
Look up, go to Google, okay, and look up Joe Biden faces down angry protesters in New Hampshire. Go check it out.
There's dozens of news articles about.
He said, "Oh, come on, pal, give me a break."
We wrecked Joe Biden. REKT. Hashtag Joe Biden. Wrecked. Owned. Totally wrecked. I mean, we wrecked.
Totally owned Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
Totally
the
owned.
Clintons twice. Bernie Sanders. Alex Jones. Caitlin Bennett. Jack Posobiec. Rashida Tlaib. Tulsi Gabbard. Michael Bloomberg.
Bernie Sanders.
I don't even have the whole list, let alone the people that we've interviewed. We're talking about U.S. diplomats. We're talking about the inventor of email, TED Talk speakers. We're talking about CIA whistleblowers. I've recently interviewed an NSA whistleblower. You ever heard of Jordan Maxwell? Yeah, he's the man, right? So we be interviewing these fools too. We do it all. You never hear him talk junk on the videos where we wreck Joe Biden or when we interview a U.S. diplomat.
Bill Gates? You went to Bill Gates'
I went to his crib. I went to the Bush's crib. I wrecked the Secret Service there. You got to go check out on youtube.com/demand the truth too. That's where I got my spice stuff. That's where I have a special interview with America's #1 death investigator, Joseph Scott Morgan. And I can just leave it like that. And that's where you can find me paying a visit to Billy Boy's house, ringing his doorbell, and then you can see what happens there. We're doing this, guys. The media is not even doing this. 2 guys, former idiots, we're not idiots anymore, 2 learning people with snapbacks and some fake mics. We're out here. Do you see the news going? Bill Gates has just been like, well, actually, what we're going to need to do is, Jeffrey, is that you? Yeah, I have to call you back. That guy's been running your life. Dr. F, the dog abuser, has been running your life. I went up to Dr. Fauci's office and audited him too. We out here, dog, on a budget. We on a Motel 6 crispy fried chicken cookout budget. Where are my people in North Carolina? Hook me up with a cookout.
This guy loves cookout.
I love cookout. It's so cheap. Terrible food. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for joining us. Find Auditing America on Instagram, Cash App, TikTok, Facebook, PayPal, Minds.com, and FakeMikeRealNews.com. Everywhere. Find me.
Everywhere.
Fake Mike, MIC, Real News on YouTube. Thank you for over 10,000, guys.
Everywhere.
And it could only happen because of this guy. Thank you very much to Auditing America. Find me on all platforms, Fake Mike Real News, FakeMikeRealNews.com. Instagram, TikTok, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, BitChute, Patreon, everything. Fake Mike Real News, Auditing America. And you know what? While the mainstream media sits up there and be like, oh, guys, just in.
With way too much makeup on.
They're going to say, this just in, guys. The Council on Foreign Relations have informed us that our corporate masters are now telling you this is what you're scared of. But me and Mr. America are going to keep doing our thing with a couple snapbacks and a fake Mike. Real News.
Later.